Hello aspirants, welcome to Little Officers, your friends in UPSC preparation. Please subscribe to the channel and press on bell icon for regular updates. In this video, we are going to learn about UPSC mains syllabus, particularly with respect to General Studies paper 1. See, this General Studies paper 1 is for 250 marks. If you want more clarity, I have provided the link in the description related to pattern of the examination. Please go through it, right? Now, let us see what are the broad concepts and contents that are there in the General Studies paper 1. We have 5 topics altogether. The first one is related to Indian heritage and culture, generally referred as art and culture. Then you have world history, then modern Indian history, then Indian society and geography. Further, this geography is divided into Indian geography and world geography. So now let us understand one by one elaborately. Alright, let us begin with the first topic, which is Indian heritage and culture. So what is there in the syllabus? We have to cover salient aspects of art forms. So these art forms may be performing art forms like dance or theater, that is drama, right, or puppetry or music, etc. And then you have literature, that is literary arts, various types of prose and poetry. Then you have architecture, particularly here you will be looking at temple architecture, cave architecture, and even modern architecture, etc. So these things, and we have to cover from ancient times to the modern times. That is, on a time scale you have to cover from ancient times to the present times, that is modern times. Okay. So this is this section related to Indian heritage and culture. Alright. Now moving on to the next section, which is Indian history. So here you have to cover modern Indian history, that is from middle of the 18th century. 18th century means 1701 onwards till 1799. This period we generally call it as 18th century. So middle of the 18th century means 1750 onwards. Specifically, if you are to talk from 1757, when there is Battle of Plassey. Alright, and here you have to cover significant events, personalities and issues, like who are the persons important during those times and what are the issues. Next, the second section is freedom struggle, that is the independence struggle and its various stages. These stages you have to cover both spatially and temporally, that is region wise, from which region which stage is there, and temporal means that with respect to the time scale, and major contributors from different locations of India. Next, third section is post-independence consolidation and reorganization within the country. So this you can link with the polity and economic development. Clear? So here you will be looking at how we have consolidated from 1947 onwards to till the present time, and what sort of reorganization has happened within the country with respect to the geographical boundaries, like we have reorganized the states and polity and economy and other various aspects of the country, right? So this is the second section. Now moving on to the third section, we have world history. So here you have two sections within the world history. One is you have to cover all the events from the 18th century, like you have covered in the Indian history. And then here these include industrial revolution, world wars like World War I and II, then redrawal of national boundaries like unification of Germany and France, then colonization process and decolonization process. Clear? So these are the topics you have to cover in the first section. Coming to the next section, see here with respect to colonization and decolonization, you have to put more emphasis on Asia and Africa, because questions are coming from this section, right? Next, coming to the next one, various political philosophies like communism, capitalism, socialism, etc. and its forms. So their various forms and their effect on the society. So this is the second section. So you can link it with the Indian society and the world society, which is coming to be the next section in our syllabus. So in the next section we are going to cover the society, but here we'll be focusing on the Indian society, whereas when studying the second section we'll be focusing on entire society of the world. Okay. So here In the Indian society, you will be looking at the what are the salient aspects and features of Indian society. That is, for example, diversity of India and unity in diversity, different sections. Then role of women and women organizations and population related issues, poverty and developmental issues, then urbanization and their problems and remedies. So each and every problem related to the population, poverty, developmental issues, then urbanization, etc. So what are the problems that are existing and what sort of measures are needed, that is remedies are needed. So in this sense, you have to cover these topics. Like, then the third section is related to the globalization on Indian society. Particularly our focus will be on the Indian society, what sort of impacts have happened after the globalization in the Indian society. Clear? Then the last section is related to the social empowerment, communalism, regionalism and secularism. So these are the topics. So based on these topics, we will be analyzing the nature of the Indian society and what sort of impact these concepts have on the Indian society. Now let us understand the last section, which is geography. See, geography, we have divided it into two sections like world geography and Indian geography. And here we'll be understanding first section. In the first section, we'll be understanding the salient features of world geography. That is, what is physical geography, what is climatology, what is oceanography, and what are the geomorphological processes that are happening, then what is human geography and economic geography, etc. And various features of it, we will be applying the same to the Indian case as well, right? Next, the second section is related with the natural resources, particularly what are the distributions across the world or across the globe with respect to the natural resources, and based on these distribution, how different factors are responsible for the location of primary, secondary, tertiary sectors, industries. So how these industries are located across the world, including India. So here you will have to look from the Indian perspective as well. Then in the third section, we'll be looking at important geophysical phenomena. So here we'll be understanding their processes like, what is the process of earthquake and how tsunamis happen and how volcanoes erupt and what is the mechanism behind the cyclones, etc. will be understood. So here you can link this topic with your disaster management from GS paper 3. All right. Then finally we'll be looking at some of the geographical features and how the changes are happening and what is the impact of the such changes on the flora and fauna of that particular region. So in this manner we are going to cover entire geography. So these are the 5 topics in GS paper 1. So we'll have a separate analysis on the weightage. So as of now, this is the syllabus. Please do recall this syllabus whenever you are studying. So it will help you to keep it up to the objective of the UPSC examination. So that's it, guys. And we have a small request to you. If the content is useful to you, please like, share and subscribe to the channel and help us to reach other aspirants. Thank you very much for watching.